Now then everybody, it's brew day, and I've decided to brew the Columbus SMaSH that I have been banging on about for a good few months now. Although, set myself a bit of a challenge, as today is the day that England play Wales. There's about 20 minutes to go to kick off, and I'm trying to brew a beer and watch the football at the same time. Not sure how that's going to go. However, let's get straight to it and look at my ingredients. Alright, let's go through some of these ingredients. So, we've got our usual 1 kilogram of Maris Otter. Then we've got the hop additions. So we have 6 grams at 60 minutes. Another 6 grams at 15 minutes to go. And a flame out addition of 13 grams. And we've got 4 grams of yeast. We've also got all the other equipment and some star san. Obviously you need your star san for your brewing. I've already got my strike water up to temperature, so I just need to dough my grains in now. Okay, so my strike water is at 74 degrees, and according to the calculator that Matt from Ev's Brewing kindly put me onto, this should be the right strike temperature to get a mash of 66 degrees Celsius. So let's dough in these grains. Looking pretty good. Now then, let's take a temperature reading, see how we got on, see if the calculator was lying to me or not. We're about 65.5 Celsius, which is close enough, I think. So let's get the lid on. Let's get it all wrapped up. Let's make sure the gas is off, which it is. Let's get them all wrapped up. Let's get ready to watch the first half. Maybe brewing a beer whilst the England game is on isn't the greatest of ideas, but it's what I'm doing. Right, let's leave that for an hour. See you folks later. It's been mashing for an hour. Gareth Bale is my least favourite person at the moment. I'm not going to properly swear at him. Bet Homebrew Griffo's loving this though. Let's take a temperature of the mash. Right, it's lost a few degrees. It's at 62. But now we're going to mash it out. Get it up to 74 degrees before we strain the grain off. While I'm here, I am also going to turn on the rest of my sparge water. Hopefully we can get this all mashed out before the second half starts. Still not sure. Trying to make a beer while the England game's on is a good idea, but here we are. I suppose I could pause the telly. Maybe I'll pause the telly after we've mashed out. There we go. So, oh, chubbered. That was hot. Let's get some water out of this. Alright, the sparge water still hasn't got to temperature yet, so I'm going to do a little clean up. before I start sparging ready for boiling. So you've missed me do a couple of things. After I mashed out, the second half kicked off. So what I ended up doing was, instead of kind of sparging my water as I do normally, I ended up putting all my sparge water in the bucket with the grains and letting it steep for, well, most of the second half, so about half an hour. I've then put all my collected water into my pan and I'm about to start my boil. I'm not sure what this kind of grain steeping is going to do. Maybe it's going to add too many biscuity flavours to another tannins to the beer, but we'll see. So now I'm just going to start my boil. And we'll come back at the point of hot break because I want to do some cleaning up. We're getting pretty close to the point of hot break on this boil. And I've got to be ready because I've got a roaring heat on this. I need to be able to turn it down just a smidge so I don't get a boil over. I've really got to upgrade my stuff because this pot is only just big enough, really. We must be close now. I thought we were close earlier, but we must be close now. There we go. There we go. So, now we've reached the point of hot break. Bittering hop addition. In it goes. And we'll come back in 45 minutes for the second hop addition. So, it has been 45 minutes of boiling. Time for hop addition number 2. So, 15 more minutes, and then we shall come back for the final hop addition at flame out. So here we are at the end of the boil. So let's put the last of the hops in. Let's turn the heat off, bang the lid on, and get it in the water bath. And there it is in the water bath, where it's going to cool down to 24 degrees before we pitch the yeast. So now that we've got all the wort into the demijohn, it's at 25 degrees. I'm going to pitch the yeast. In it goes. Let's give it some air and attach the blow-off tube. And there you have it, Columbus Pale Ale. So that is the Brewday over and done with. Top tip, don't try and watch an England game while brewing a beer at the same time. Otherwise, stuff's gonna happen. Like, Vardy's gonna come on and score a goal and make you forget about brewing a beer. So that's the main reason why the steep sparge happened. I'm a little bit concerned that I've added too many tannins into the beer from that sparge, because it was, instead of it being like a wash sparge, the water was hot. We'll see how it goes. Apart from that, everything else went pretty well. Bit of an elongated brew day because I was watching the football, but everything seems to have gone okay. Apart from that sparging mishap, still, we live and learn, don't we? It also feels great to have something fermenting in the kitchen again. Took a gravity reading. You should be able to see that on the screen now. The gravity was 1064. This was going to be quite a strong one. If it ferments out like I expect, expecting around 6.3, 6.4. This beer will be dry hopped later, using the usual dry hopping rules I've been following to date. So it's going to be about 3 to 4 days of dry hopping with about 6 grams of Columbus hops. And I'm looking forward to seeing how this one tastes when it ferments out a bit. So that was the brew day. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to have some more brew days coming up soon. Got plenty of more beers planned. And I'm also going to brew that cider I keep talking about but not doing. So all that's left for me to say is thank you very much for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up or leave me a comment. Really appreciate it every time you guys drop me a message to tell me how I'm doing or leave some of your top advice. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel. That way you don't miss out on any of the top brewing content I've got coming up. Saying top a lot for some reason. Check out the Facebook page, check out the Twitter page, and keep it Geeky Dad channel for more brewing content. Thanks for checking me out.